students of this tend to limit the information they have to their financial statements, and that's a terrible mistake. You do not want to make that mistake, because what you're doing then is you're ignoring information, and the more information you have, the better decisions that you can make. So you don't want to limit your information and make worse decisions. Some additional information includes the 10K and the 10Q. These are, as I've said before, the annual report and the quarterly financial statements, and they provide you with a lot of information beyond the financial statements. There's also something called the 20F. These are for companies that use IFRS, and 40F. And there's also something called the 8K. If there's something significant that happened to the company, they need to file an 8K. So oftentimes the 8K has useful information that is very current and recent. Another source of information are analyst reports. You can often Google these, or you can get them from a broker. Sometimes you have to pay a lot of money for these, but they're oftentimes really worth it. Credit services. These companies like Moody's or Standard & Poor's give you information about the credit worthiness of companies. If you were thinking about buying bonds for a specific company, you would want to know what their bond rating is. Data services provide you with data. One example is Bloomberg, that can help you analyze financial statements. Now, you sometimes are going to see financial statements for companies in other countries, in which case they may use IFRS. Most IFRS balance sheets are presented what we would say upside down. In other words, they have cash at the bottom and they have the least liquid assets at the top. Also, IFRS for some reason requires 3 years of data in the income statement. GAAP has 3 years, IFRS usually only provides 2. So those are two common differences that you may see. But you got to be aware that the internal accounting for these is oftentimes different. So what a company can recognize in an IFRS balance sheet or an IFRS income statement is often different than what they would recognize under GAAP. And it generally is on the side of more profit, more assets on the balance sheet. And in IFRS financial statements than in US GAAP. US GAAP tends to be more conservative. So that is the end of Module 2.